Hey, we're
What's
live.
up? Yo, we are live. Live. Are you alive? Do you feel alive?
I feel tired, and I hear an echo.
Oh no. Well, anyway, so I can't see the comments, by the way. So if anybody's watching, we got anybody in the chat yet?
Nope.
No, it's just us. Let me jump out and jump back in.
All right. Well, we're going to be talking about Elon Musk and Twitter. We're also going to be talking about some like the CW and them getting rid of all their shows, which is hilarious. And talking about this female skater who came in second to a trans skater. So, all right.
Wow, I just came in just in time. I heard.
Yeah.
Are you going to become a trans skater? Is that
No,
what we're doing?
no. I thought you were. You kind of
I
fit
am.
the profile there.
I am. I'm becoming a trans skater. I identify as a Honda generator.
Oh, okay.
And I'm a female Honda generator. And I like high test fuel. Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, let's
how's
go.
it been
Oh,
how's it been going?
I've been going. It's been going okay. I've been busy all day, working on stuff for This Way Network and trying to get a few things prepared for next week. But other than that, just normal stuff. What about you?
Same thing. Well, not with This Way Network. Well, I guess I have. We did some recordings yesterday, and they'll go up Monday for Fox and Archibald and Blue Collar Talk. That's gonna be a lot of fun, man. That was some good. I thought we had a good time with that. I think there's a couple of good episodes. Yeah. So, anyways, anybody that's tuned in watching this, we thank you so much for checking us out. We're just out here to have a little bit of fun. We're changing this narrative on the internet, the interzones. We are taking this. What's up, American in Exile?
John.
Yes, John. Dude, heck yeah, man. Oh. Burr, I heard about your little incident there. We're sorry, man. We're gonna help you get through it. We're gonna help you pull through this. Yeah, tell me about it. Yeah,
he's gonna be on a chat session tomorrow. Check it out.
That's gonna be great. Ben's a good dude, by the way. Yeah. So we've got. Are we going to look at any TikTok stuff or any Twitter? What will it?
We're going to be looking at some Twitter stuff and some Twitter news. But the funny thing that I found really hilarious was the story about Joe Biden. Here, let me go ahead and bring it up.
Yeah.
Let me make it a little bit bigger. It's kind of small. I can't really read it.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
A little bit bigger there.
And there you go.
Yeah, what is it? Audit. The audit reveals almost half of Joe Biden's Twitter followers are fake. This is a pretty neat controversy in a sense. So was it nearly half of President Joe Biden's 22.3
11 million of them are fake?
11.15
million, yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, 11.1.5 divided by 2. Yeah. So what do you think, like... What do you think it's going to like? So if Elon Musk is buying that stuff, buying Twitter, and so Twitter, like, so if you're going to buy a house, right? You look at the house and I want like $50,000 for this house. It's got 4 bedrooms. I know we're just giving a price now. I'm not. And you go in the house and there's only 2 bedrooms. Is it still worth $50,000? In other words, when you're saying, okay, I got this your Twitter thing you're going to buy, and it's got all these people on here that's doing all this stuff. And this is its equity, it's worth, and these people don't actually exist.
I think that's why he's doing what he's doing. He's trying to find out what it actually is worth, because right now, by what they're saying it's worth and by how much he's paying almost 8% more than what it's worth. So he wants to know if it's actually worth way less. If it is, he's going to offer less than what he's offering right now.
Well, and
you wouldn't give him $40 billion when it's only worth $20 billion.
To hand somebody $40 billion for something you really can't even see is kind of like, it's pretty interesting. Like, if I had $40 billion and bought something, I want to look at it in the yard. I want to drive this thing. But check this out. So if he, like, say for instance, now Twitter said they fought him on buying Twitter, right? All right. So now they're looking at him like, you better buy Twitter, because now what's going to happen is there's people that are invested in this company based on a certain worth.
Yep.
Oh wow, look at that.
Sorry. Yeah, go ahead and bring it up. Anyway.
Yeah.
What happened to this chick is she's a female skateboarder who called out Red Bull after trans competitor wins tournament. Now,
I remember when I was a kid, you weren't supposed to wear women's clothes if you were a dude.
Yeah. Yep. Now, she actually did a comment on Twitter, and she got she got so much flack for it. It's not even funny. Listen, you want to take a look at some of the tweets?
Yeah, let's take a look at this, man. Dude, let's see. Female skateboarder Taylor Silverman is speaking out after placing second to male competitor who identifies as a woman. And this is us. And then I can't read the small writing, she's like, Silverman and the other female skateboarders were robbed of their achievements and prize money that was meant for the women. And, that's robbing of them opportunities and any kind of scholarships. I don't know if they have it for that kind of sport, but just any sport that's, collegial. Is that the right word?
Yeah. Well, if you think about it, it's appropriations of femininity to a man. That's what it really is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, what you're doing is taking the opportunities and the money from the female and giving it to a man and calling him a female.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like what's her name? The Senator Warren. She kept on saying she was Indian. Well, she's appropriating that because she's not really a Native American. She's white. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah, she just might have done it like one of those family tree things and seen where something was like way down the line. Maybe, I don't know. But what is there? There's a trans person in Congress, and it's not Rachel Levine. It's another dude woman thing, and it's in charge of.
There's no trans person that's part of Senate or the House right now. Now hey, sailor, wink, wink.
Hey, yeah. I wish I could remember names. I'm terrible at that, but you know what I was talking about.
As far as I know, there's some in his cabinet. I only know of one, and that's Rachel Levine. But
yeah,
I don't know anybody else.
I've got to change a Rachel Levine and a Honda Fit. I'll try to have it done next week for a guy. Yeah. Yeah.
But let's go ahead and get into the conversation about that story. About the trans situation there, like the swimming and stuff like that. What do you think about that, honestly?
Well, it definitely. If they had the show Flipper, that whole show would have been completely different. It would have been Flopper. Yeah, and I know that if that keeps going, where men doing this, that means that we're already in a supply chain crisis, right? Where are they going to find all the razors necessary to shave all that body hair?
Okay, I did not go that direction. I wasn't thinking that. What I was thinking was, first thing is when it comes to like MMA and stuff like that, men are trans women that used to be men getting in there and beating the hell out of a woman. How's that not
why do they do it the other way around?
What?
Why doesn't let's get a trans woman that wants to be a man step in the ring with one of them dudes?
That's a trans man. Yeah.
Whatever. Let's flip that script because it's always a trans man.
The thing is, they wouldn't have a chance. That's the reason you don't see that. That's the reason you don't. That's the reason you don't see that happening.
I would say this is how it would be. I'd say, all right, if you wanted to have a 50% bizarro world, you'd say, all right, trans person, lady dude that wants to fight the women. Fair enough. We need a woman that wants to fight the men, and then we'll swap. That'd be fair enough for just a 50%. And let's just see how that works out right quick. And then you would have a really good idea. First of all, everybody would watch. There would be,
it kind of reminds me of this video I saw of McEnroe. He got in big trouble for saying that Venus Williams, the tennis player, is the greatest female tennis player of all time. And they're like, why you say female? And he's like, because she's not a man. And he got a bunch of flack for it because they're like, well, why don't you say she's the best tennis player of all time? And he's like, this because she's not. If you put her in there with the man, the best, if you put her in like the a men's tournament, the best she's going to be is maybe 700th in the world. And he's like, the reason is because men are faster, stronger, and quicker. That's the reason that would be the case. And people gave him so much shit for it, and it wasn't even funny because he's right. I mean, if you look at a man, they're about 2 to 3 times stronger than a woman. Not only that, they have larger muscles, they have larger heart, they have larger lung capacity for running, and for also they recover faster from injuries, and so on and so forth. They got all the advantages compared to women.
Yeah.
So why would you actually think it's okay for a trans woman who once was a man to be in a ring or any kind of sport with a woman, and you think that woman's going to have a chance of winning?
You know what? This could totally change the commercials for feminine products altogether.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, no, you don't. You know, speaking of that SEG thing, where like companies are rated on their wokeness whenever it comes to advertisements and actors. Yeah. How is this? I'll bet you Always is pretty low on the scale right now, because it seems like their commercials are only one. They're not very inclusive. This could get interesting. Yeah.
Probably could.
It'd be a brown Tampax. A box of Tampax for men to be brown. Man,
that's awful, man.
Go to a Walmart and you look in the toilet and you're like, oh,
Mike Tyson.
Oh, life is fixing to change significantly as we know it. We've got to get something done in 2022, because this can't happen. Oh, Lord have mercy.
So, why don't you think of a topic you want to talk about?
Oh, dude, Megan Rapinoe, same topic but different case. Megan, when it talks about gender equality, Megan Rapinoe and their whole team played soccer with a bunch of high school kids and got their rear ends beat. And it's like, they're
high school boys. Yeah. And then like, it just goes to show you that there is a separation. We can't go. Somebody's got to do something. And I don't know how it's going to happen, but eventually they should just go. There's no females on football. Yeah. Well, it's. I lost my train of thought with that. But the thing is, there's just innate differences between men. It's too big for them to actually be able to compete with a man. I mean, it's just when it comes to sports. Now, when it comes to like schoolwork, intelligence, and everything, a lot of times women will surpass men. Which
dude, I remember in school growing up, man. All the girls were such straight A students. They were so good.
Yeah,
and they were, they didn't mind doing the schoolwork. I remember growing up like, nah, how does this work? How does this work? Because that's not even fair. Yeah, definitely. The females would mature so much faster than men. It was like, I remember in school, because like I was a late bloomer. I don't, like far as like when girls would talk to me, I was scared to death of them until I was a little bit older. You know what I mean? And they would be so much more advanced at like 12, and they would be like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'd look at them and be like, and I'd just run off. I'll never forget that. Yeah.
Well, I've been paying attention of one other thing when it comes to like pop culture and stuff like that, of how these channels and these like CNN and shows channels like that are getting pretty much deleted off. People aren't watching them anymore because of how woke they are. And one channel I want to talk about is CW. I don't know if you ever watched anything off the CW. Have you?
What? Well, I don't know, because I have that regular TV, where you put your antenna outside.
I don't know how you have that because there's no analog TV anymore. It's just digital.
No, it's digital. Yeah, it's digital. You put an antenna out there, and you get and I have you.
Well, see, I'm pretty sure you get CW with it.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
there was a guy down the road. His name was CW.
But CW had the Arrowverse on there and stuff. Well, they canceled. Like, let's see, Batwoman, DC Legends of Tomorrow, Charm, Destiny, 4400, In the Dark, Legacies, Naomi, Roswell, New Mexico, and Riverdale.
Oh, that show! All them shows right there were designed to mess your kids up. I remember that.
They're woke as hell. I mean, the thing is, when like Arrow first came on, that came on before wokeness really started, and that show was great. First couple of seasons. Then after that, it turned into shit because how bad the acting was whenever they started doing that, and how forced it was. They're forcing the wokeness, and there's no need for them to do it.
Yeah. Dude,
and that's the problem with other stuff too.
Guess what show is going down next? Take a guess.
I don't know what.
The one that Stacey the Tank Abrams has been making appearances in.
Oh, Star Trek. Yeah, I mean, no one's watching that.
Yeah, dude, that's going down next.
Paramount. That streaming channel sucks because they have a. I don't know if you watch Star Trek at all, but I started watching. Man. I started watching Picard, and that's woke as hell when you watch it. And the other show they have, it's called Star Trek.
I'm not
Strange
a Star Trekian. I'm not a complete Star New Worlds. But check this out. If I'm not mistaken, Picard was an original character from probably like the late 80s. It was Captain Picard, and he was the bald-headed dude.
Yeah, you're talking about Star Trek Generation. Next Generation.
Yeah, the Next Generation. That LeVar Burton was on that one too. You remember that?
Yeah.
And he had the glasses on. He had them like welding glasses on because he was like, he was just welding on his cousin's hot rod.
It was a visor.
And he got that welder's flash, and they had to put that mess on him so he could see again. You remember that?
That ain't how he got it. But anyway, he was born blind in a TV show.
Yeah. I like my version better. I kept telling him to use them welding goggles, and he was like, "No, man, I can just close my eyes." They don't realize your eyelids. We're not going to filter all that ultraviolet light out. You're going to burn your eyeballs up. Yep. Oh, speaking of eyeballs that look weird, have you ever not noticed the makeup that the new secretary? I mean, the Jen Psaki replacement, right? Oh, what's her name? Pierre Paris or whatever. When she closes her eyes, it looks like they're open. I wish we had a video of that. Oh, it'd be so funny because when she's talking, she'll lean down and look at her papers and close her eyes. And it looks like that character from that movie where he's like really high and he's sitting there and his eyes are closed and they really look like they're open. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember. I remember that. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm sorry I get off on these tangents. BLM co-founder, they suck. They took everybody's money, didn't they?
Yeah.
They really did.
So what did you think of Star Wars then?
Star Wars. You know what? The original movie, I was cool. Yeah, with the original cast, it was actually probably because I think it was a good movie. And I'm not a I'm not a Trekkie guy or whatever, but I think that movie could go for both people who just like to watch a movie with a storyline or somebody who's into science fiction. It catered to both people. I think it did. And I was little when I seen it the first time, and when they cut his hand off, it was really nasty to me. I was like, "Ew!" Remember whenever they were fighting each other with them saber lights, and then as a kid, everything was a saber light. It didn't matter what you picked up. You
mean lightsaber? Lightsaber.
Whatever.
Saber.
See what I'm saying? So I told you I'm not a Trekkie guy. But I remember the movies. But the most memorable movie to me is Spaceballs. We've talked about this before. I think that right there is like comedy. Really, really, really is a healer. And I grew up kind of rough as a childhood. And so I really took to comedy movies because of the fact that I could just sit back and watch that as a kid. And I had imagination. And watching that movie and then watching it later in life was way more funnier because I got the child side humor of that. But then there's also an adult humor part of it too. You get it later. You're like, oh, wow, that's cool. And we're living the movie Idiocracy right now. It doesn't need to be 25-55. You remember it was 25-55 when they woke up?
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good movie.
It is really good. That was a well put together movie, considering it was done in what, like 1998 or 1999.
Yeah.
And the only thing that they missed is like just the technological aspect of it, of certain things people connected. There's just a couple of things, but pretty much that movie was so spot on by the dumbing down of society and the scientists wanting to they were more worried about erectile dysfunction and growing hair other than actual human health. And you've seen the monkey with the big heart on. You remember that?
Yeah.
And then that was pretty much, it was showing the breakdown of the medical system when he goes in there and goes in there because he's all messed up from being asleep. So he wants to go to a hospital. He's handing him that stuff. And he's like, this one goes in your mouth. This one goes under your tongue, or this one goes in your butt. And he puts it all in. He goes, wait a minute, this one. And he's like, and you remember when he goes to get Brondo or get something drinking, it's Brondo. They're trying to feed the plants Brondo because it's got electrolytes and nothing grows. They're at a food crisis. You remember that? Oh, so it's just crazy. That movie was spot on.
Well, I got another article I can show if you want to do it.
Yeah, let's check it out.
All right.
By the way, I'm not a real person. I'm actually artificial intelligence, and this is the best we've got so far. So y'all have to like it. Yep.
Elon Musk warns Twitter is all bots.
That's we talked about that a minute ago and how it would affect the value of the company.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's true. It's true. And so what? I just really in like Elon Musk.
That's a funny meme right there.
Yeah, I've seen that. Elon Musk is killing it. I think my most favorite tweet from him so far is whenever AOC was trying to thrash on him, and he just was like, "Stop hitting on me." I mean, that right there will probably have to go in one of my most favorite tweets because it was, you couldn't have, 3 words or when stop hitting on me, 4 words, dude, that was, and just shut her down.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. We're on Twitter now. I'm taking a look at some of the comments he had. Let me enlarge it a little bit because I'm sure they're pretty funny.
Wait a minute. You want to enlarge it a little bit?
I already did.
Wait a minute. I'm going to help you out. Hold on. Here. I'm going to help you on. Is that helping any?
Wait, you need it bigger than that?
Well, I'm helping you. See, I get no thanks out here, folks.
There you
go. Yeah. Wait a minute. I know how I can do this. I'm such a technological goof. I can get on this chat. I wonder if anybody's out there. I know we got John out there. Let's see here. This is our first, by the way. This is constitutional vet. Are you still in here? Here we go. Watch this. What up? This is fun.
What are you doing?
I'm messaging on the chat part of it on my phone. Yeah.
All right. Here's one from. It says only Elon Musk can save us from all the annoying bots since Twitter hasn't done anything about them in years. It's true.
Yeah. Well, or that he just don't use Twitter.
Yeah. Yeah.
But in all honesty, though, be honest, it's actually a good idea to work these front lines right here. Get on Twitter.
Oh, here's Kid Rock. Let me get this straight. One guy build a wall and keep illegals out. Another guy comes along and sends an invite to illegals and takes the wall down and provides free rooms and board. Then blames it on the other guy.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happens in the U.S. Yes, that's exactly what happens.
Well, and the thing is, if remembering back in Trump's presidency, I don't recall him actually throwing too much blame on somebody else. Do you remember that?
Yeah. No, I don't.
Yeah, he really didn't. You never heard him say it was somebody else's fault. He would.
Did you see this George Bush video?
Oh gosh, let's play that. Yes, that's good. So you did. Look. Who said dementia ain't contagious?
The result is an absence of checks and balances in Russia, and the decision of one man to launch a wholly unjustified and brutal invasion of of Ukraine.
Still in Saigon. That dude, he's still thinking he wants to go back in Iraq so bad, because that was what he was all about. You know what? The only thing that would have been epic in that whole speech was if somebody threw a shoe at him.
Oh, let's see what he has to say.
Hey, everybody. Tim Burchett. I wanted to talk a little bit about a bill that came through yesterday dealing with formula and the shortage. What it basically was, there was $28 million in the bill, but I believe $23 million of it was for administrative costs and salaries. So basically, what the Democrat leadership did was use a bill, title it something that's dealing with people that are genuinely hurting, and just use it as an instance to increase pay at the FDA. And that ought to disgust you. I don't care if you're a Democrat or Republican, using a real tragedy. It did nothing
That's bullshit.
Put more formula on the shelves. It just did more to hire more bureaucrats and create more of a power structure here in Washington. They misname these bills on purpose, and honestly, the left just eats it up and they throw it back at us. But in reality, it's just not true. We ought to have we got truth in sentencing laws in Tennessee. We ought to have truth in legislation. Anyway, thank y'all so much for sending me here.
Yeah. So what he's pretty much saying is that what he was talking about doing is actually only thing he did was beefed up the part of the stuff that actually stopped the production of the baby formula.
No. All they did was actually raise the salaries of everybody that's in FDA, and that's it. That's all it did. The bill did. That's all it did. The FDA is actually not allowing that plant that had the.
That's what I just said. That's what I'm saying. They pretty much just built up the part of the machine that shut down the baby infant milk production. That's what I'm saying. The thing they said.
There's like $5 million that are supposedly going to go to the plant and open it back up and everything. But yeah.
Well, of course, we know. Let's get we need that general thing that watches where the money goes, like they're doing over there in Ukraine. That Rand Paul asked for. And they were like, "No, we can't do that." Yeah,
I don't want children being focused, having their attention distracted from actual learning. If we're going to talk about history, let's talk about history. But if we're going to bring in subjective material into the classroom, that is the problem that has some parents upset in the United States, and that's the concern that we need to think about. That is not a free speech issue, because students are a captive audience. They don't get to leave. Adults, we can walk out anytime we want to. The kids cannot. That's why this is such an important discussion to be had. Madam Chair, thank you so much for the indulgence. I yield back. I don't want.
Dude, you know who I'm really liking is that Lieutenant Mark Robertson in North Carolina, where I'm from. He's got some killer energy. Man, that dude's awesome. Yeah. Dang, I'll tell you what, I wanted to be governor so bad. Yeah, but I mean, we got, I think Ted Budd. Ted Budd made it. Yeah.
Yeah. What office does he carry?
He'll be running for governor.
Mark Robinson?
No. Oh, no. Oh, Mark Robertson is lieutenant governor.
Oh, okay.
I'm not talking about Ted.
No. I was wondering about him.
Man, I'll tell you what. Well, put it to you like this. Okay, with Mark Robertson, lieutenant governor, and Ted Budd as governor, powerhouse, and I'm down with that.
Yeah. That was some interesting videos. I thought the one with George Bush was the most interesting one, because I think.
Well, can you find? Well, it's getting about time for us to wrap things up. But we need to do this again, and I want to get on. We can go a little longer. It ain't no big deal. Let's get on Libs. Can you find Libs of TikTok on there? Is that on there? That's some good stuff. Yeah, but thank you, Nancy and John Merrick in Exile, and let's see who else we got out here, and then Constitutional Vet Ben. I appreciate y'all coming out. This is a cool thing. We're doing a beta run, and we're putting our toes in the water, and it's still kind of cold right now. We're working on this. Yeah, thanks, John. I appreciate it. American in Exile, rocking and rolling. We're gonna have to get him back on the Fox and Archibald show soon. He's good, man. I like his. He's got good stuff. Good stuff. Thumbing through the internet. I like that. Hey, by the way, y'all, you're looking at Matt's internet face. Oh.
I wish you would have told me about me doing this before we got in here, because I'm trying to.
Hey, no, this is what. Excuse me.
All right, I'm on their Twitter page right now. So.
Yeah, let me jump back into the small screen over here. Yeah.
Okay. Let me go ahead and bring the Twitter page up, and then we'll take a look at it.
That's what us.
That's what us. That's what a page.
Live the TikTok. I'm not on Twitter, by the way. Also, this is going to be fun for me. This is my way I can, because look at that.
I don't even want to know.
And here is the power of TikTok. This comment says, I sent my father this video asking for top surgery, and he said yes. I'm crying. Oh my God. I could quit TikTok today, and I'd be so happy. This makes me so happy. I'm really glad my video helped.
People put this shit on it?
Wait a minute. What
here
kind of
is the power of TikTok.
I think she's going to cut her boobs
This comment says, I sent my father this video asking for top surgery.
All right.
And he said,
I ain't watching that.
What I mean, what do they mean? Are they she cut? Oh,
okay.
There's Justin.
Let's see what this is.
People in this country who are LGBT plus.
She forgot
We're
the
not
Q.
free. Now, you might have never heard that term before, LGBT. Well, let me tell you what it means. The L stands for the word lesbian.
This is
Lesbians
informative.
Are women who love other women. G stands for
Look, she got
gay,
like it.
and gay men are men who love other men. B stands for bisexual, and bisexual people are people who love both men and women. And the T stands for transgender. A transgender person is someone who the doctors made a mistake about when they were born. When a baby is born, the doctors will tell what gender
the doctors made a
that baby
mistake.
is. They'll say, we think your child is a female, or we think your child is a male.
Okay, so
That's
I've got one
people.
thing to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
Her parents better be ready for her to live at home for a long time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure when the baby comes out, it's not hard to misidentify what they are. You know,
yeah.
Either they got a little pinky there, or they got nothing. You know, it's
yeah. But I'm just saying, but like somebody that's mentally damaged, like that girl right there, is going to live at home for a long time.
Yep.
She's probably running the house. She tells her mom what to do. And then, like, you know, I don't know. This is just we have to skin on up out of that right there. It shares. Wait. What does this say? It says a parent and shares an 8-year-old daughter's experience going to the bathroom. That's oh my goodness. See, this is a good thing to watch. Yeah,
okay.
What is this here?
District. I am here today to share my daughter's story, who is in elementary school. She came home from school and told me about a situation that had happened. How her and a friend went to use the restroom, except at this time there was a boy in there who was dressed like a girl. She said they were very uncomfortable and she didn't know what to do. She said they waited in the hallway until he was finished. As any concerned parent, I called the principal to find out what was happening. I was told under the law referencing Title IX Education Amendment Act of 1972, students may choose to use whichever restroom, changing, locker room, or shower they identify with.
Oh, God.
I was dumbfounded that the very amendment created to protect women's and girls' rights was now being referenced to destroy them. Since then, my 8-year-old now has come with the same encounter, to which she has told me she went to the restroom and ran into this boy. She held it because, Mom, I didn't feel comfortable using the restroom in front of a boy. I held it all day long. My daughter spoke up, voicing their feelings, as have many other girls at this.
She's doing a lot better holding it together than me, because like I was at that parent teacher the school board meeting, and I did a video on that. Man, I kind of like went off on them people because then nothing bad like this even happened. Yeah. I would, Jesus flips over tables. Something like this is it. What are they teaching in colleges now? It says, what does that say? It says pronouns 101. Isn't that something else about them kids?
That's a class. Pronouns 101.
I seen one where they were talking about cake gender, where they feel light, fluffy, and sweet, but they don't have masculinity or femininity. But they're more into something. So I'm like, and the problem is these are really young people talking about this. This is getting spread amongst all the youth. Yeah, and it's coming from the teachers. Yeah. What else is down there? That's well. Speak of what we're trying to figure out, what else is down there? There's a joke in there somewhere. Oh no!
Oh no!
I work at Walmart. Excuse me.
So I'm gonna get into trans and mental delusion and everything because it's being
I'm
called
having it
that
right
before.
now.
When I was in my early 20s, I lived in Olympia, Washington, and I had a girlfriend at the time, and she told me, "You are a boy." And I was like, not so sure about that. But she pressed it enough. She's like, "Look at the way you dress, look at your mannerisms, look at the way you talk." I'm like,
You got groomed.
Well,
She was at Disney. That's where she was at.
Still have these same mannerisms. I mean, today I wear boots and jeans. With them, I wear girl pants, you know, like Miss Me's Rock Revivals, you know, et cetera, et cetera. Doesn't matter. But she was damn convinced. Yeah, you're a guy. So I went with it, wrote this like page essay that she wanted me to write as to why you are.
What?
I started binding. I went with this stupid different name. I still remember it. It's dumb. And, you know, went with that little acceptance.
When they say binding, that means where they
and
like.
I was in my early 20s.
Can you help me on this one?
At
what? Oh, all right. Binding is when they wrap the breast where you can't see them. It's so flat on there. It's pressed so flat you can't tell that they have breast.
They're trying to kill off the things that make natural milk. It's a bad idea right now.
Once I broke up with her, got away from those friends, I wanted nothing to do with that, and I immediately stopped. And I thought it would. I was so glad that I am who I am today. Thank God. Oh my gosh, really enjoyed.
She went all female on us, didn't she?
I look at the younger generation today and what they're doing to kids, and how easy it is for their minds and to just flop that. And it's like a mental delusion, because I was a full ass grown adult convinced by one person, their friends supported me, and it was like instant fine. Okay. And if I hadn't have gone away from that, I have no idea what would have happened.
So now I'm surprised.
I don't.
You thought that video was going to go a different direction, didn't you?
It went totally different on us there.
Yes, it went non-woke.
Wow.
She's against this shit that they're trying to preach to these schools and to people, that people are non-binary when they're born. Whatever that means.
I didn't know where this was going. Wow. Okay, but I'm still wondering. I mean, something's. Anyways, she's adjustments, whatever. Better than nothing. Better than what it was, I guess you must say, when you finally get something back running.
Yeah.
Oh, I seen that. James O'Keefe did a live, man. That was pretty wild. He was pretty good. I thought he was kind of funny, actually. Being he's not really a comedian. Oh, we're in Ukraine now. Look at this. Or is that Philadelphia?
So my biggest concern about this happening is that somebody can take advantage of this and be a perfectly straight male or female that takes advantage of it and uses the opposite bathroom, which could cause rapes and assaults and teen pregnancies happening in our school.
Have you seen children misusing this policy?
Yes. I've watched guys just walk into the girls' bathrooms while I'm in there, pretty much just walks in, looks at us, and then either uses the bathroom or stands there for a minute and just walks right back out.
But she's going to tell you what her concerns are.
So what this looks like is the youth is starting to wake up a little bit.
Yep.
On that one. Yeah.
Oh God.
Haven't been living under a rock. You've probably heard that we're supposed to start using terms like birthing person.
As somebody who works in a birthing center and works alongside midwives, I had my children with midwives. My mother is a midwife. You're absolutely right. You're supposed to take care of pregnant people. But not all people who can give birth are women. You can call yourself whatever you want. If you have a patient who says, I am a woman giving birth, hear me roar. You can tell her that during labor. But if you're going to take care of people who can give birth, you better get rid of this rhetoric pretty quick. Because I hope you never get hired to take care of people if this is the way you think.
I'm
Because
sad that you're
to
hired.
me, if I was a person who could give birth but didn't identify as a woman, I would not want to see you, and I would not trust you.
I haven't been living under a. This is not any kind of like advice for treatment, but if you're at a doctor's office, ask your doctor how many genders they are, and if they say more than 2, run fast. Don't ever go back.
Yeah, I agree. That was some crazy shit from the nurse saying some stuff like that.
I want to know whose babies they delivered out of a dude's butthole. That's what I want to know. Or better, I got a joke. You ready?
All right, I'm ready.
And it's pretty. It's not too bad. Okay, so you had these women talking in a doctor's at a pregnancy center. They're like, yeah, I was on top, and the doctor said we're going to have a girl. And one of the females said, well, I was on the bottom, and the doctor said we're going to have a boy. And then another female spoke up and said, my doctor says we're going to have puppies.
Oh man,
I'm looking in the comments to see if anybody. If they're like,
XX versus XY, says she is lying. Agreed. She is lying.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, wait a minute. I got one here for you. Here you go. Yeah, I was looking through there. I was like, that's hilarious. Okay. Hold on a second.
I think my most toxic trait is that I want to befriend Republicans so that they can have a trans friend. And then when they get pregnant or have a baby, I want them to invite me to the gender reveal party and convince them that being the way I became trans is like a witch came up to me, a transgender witch came up to me and like forced me to be transgender. And then I'm going to like put my hand on the stomach before they pop the fucking balloon at the gender reveal party. And I'm going to go, your baby is now transgender. I want to do it so bad. I want every old lady there to keel over and die, have a heart attack.
All right.
Whoa. Oh my gosh. And so, okay. All right. And so universal basic income was there.
Yes. Yep. That was a weird video, man. That's how insane these people are. They're insane. They're insane doing that.
I wonder,
kind of
like
stuff.
I say, like the phone rings and somebody picks up and it's just a person, and then on the other end it's this dude. Whee!
Whee!
But man, could you imagine like this person has a group of friends more than likely, Think about all the air they're breathing and the water they're drinking. We could use that.
Well, I don't know about you, William, but I'm ready to go to bed. Try to get some rest.
It's only 8:00. What's wrong?
I know.
Yeah.
I got some other stuff I got to do too. That too. But guys,
wait a minute before we get out of here. Since you got to go, you know what I got to do when I leave here?
What?
Or when I get out of this, I've got to check my rear end and see if it's full of gear oil.
Oh.
Yeah, in my old car, it's got a little bit of a leak on the seal. So, and you know how you check your fluid in your rear end?
How you check it?
Well, you have to take this plug out and you stick your finger in the hole and feel if it's wet.
Yeah.
And that's how you do that. That's our mechanical PSA for the day. Hey, Kathy and James, and some people just tuning in. We're fixing to jump out of here because we've been on here since like 7, and this is all just a beta run. We're just trying this new stuff out. This we'll do more of these, and it's going to get better. Yeah. This is all just us jumping in the water and flopping around with no little floaties on. At least not Matt, anyways.
I'm just trying it and having guests on. Next week I'll probably have either Shannon or John or whoever wants to do it. We'll be on. We'll have some fun and maybe do something similar and look at the libs on TikTok because that's pretty fun.
Yeah. What? So one of the commenters was like, "Say, I honestly feel that all this emphasis curly." Oh yeah. Yeah, the Obama did well because Obama was gay, and his wife is a dude. That's yeah. That's
all right, guys. We'll talk to you later. Peace.
y'all. Thank you.